mentally ill people, people who are more unpredictable, people who can randomly do crazy things or randomly be violent. These are people who tend to receive less care out of all the people who are incarcerated at any given prison or county jail.
Yellow just blocking in the house in my road, gotta make her put it on. She don't like wearing clothes, just left Concord, North Carolina. I was licking on booty in the whole lot of vagina. Eat a boozer with some ice cream, she'll remember you. Ice Cube make a chip, shiver like the winter do.
See me with the crew, had to get some food. I see you looking like you do. Had to make a move,
All right, y'all, now check this out. Mentally ill Georgia man died after being eaten alive by bedbugs while being held in a filthy jail on simple battery charges, lawsuit filed by his family claims. A Georgia man has allegedly died after being eaten alive by insects and bedbugs at a prison in Atlanta, his family's attorney has claimed. LaShawn Thompson, 35, was arrested for simple battery in Atlanta on June 12th last year and had not been convicted. According to police, he was placed in the psychiatric wing of Fulton County Jail after officers determined he had mental issues. 3 months later, he was discovered dead in a filthy cell on September 13th, according to a statement by Michael D. Harper, his family's attorney. Mr. Harper told DailyMail.com, "We're asking for a criminal investigation into the death of Mr. Thompson. We are also asking for the jail to be shut down. These cells are horrible and not fit for an animal." Mr. Thompson had not even been convicted. He was being held until his trial day. Mr. Harper previously told Atlanta News First it was one of the most inhumane deaths he had ever encountered. The scene was so horrific that the detention officer said she would not even administer CPR when they found him because she was, in her words, freaked out by the scene, he said. Mr. Thompson's family said they had obtained open medical records which established the detention officers and medical staff at the jail noticed that Mr. Thompson was deteriorating but did nothing to help him. They literally watched his health decline until he died. A statement read, "Mr. Thompson was was not fit for a diseased animal. He did not deserve this. Someone has to be held accountable for his death." According to Mr. Harper, a report from the Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office said there were no signs of trauma and his death was listed as undetermined, but the report noted a severe bedbug infestation. Okay, so if you made it to this point of the video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you can receive more notifications when I drop like this, but you probably seen the picture if YouTube allowed me to post a picture without me having to cover it up. But I'm somebody who used to work as a bedbug exterminator, and I want to explain to y'all how creepy and nasty the whole scene of this situation is. Also being somebody who went to prison and been incarcerated, I'll tell you firsthand, mentally ill people, people who are more unpredictable, people who can randomly do crazy things or randomly be violent, these are people who tend to receive less care out of all the people who are incarcerated at any given prison or county jail. This stuff happens all the time, all the time. Randomly, a neglected inmate will end up having some kind of drug overdose or end up getting bit by like a rat or something, end up being attacked and victimized by more oppressive inmates. Things like this happen all the time. So first I want to say my condolences to the brother who lost his life, and also condolences to the family. But for this man to have been, what they say, quote unquote, eaten alive by bedbugs, and they're saying bedbugs is the reason why this man passed away, or maybe complications from bedbug bites. First off, as someone who used to work as a bedbug exterminator, like I said, the infestation level for that to even be considerable has to be very high, meaning that they say he was only locked up from last June to now. So if he was only locked up from last June to now, which is a little over 6 months, then that means that that infestation level had to have been there since way before 6 months. Because I remember for that amount of infestation to be so bad, first off, the area, I guess, has to be incredibly filthy, but it has to have been an infestation that was like years in the making. I'm talking about at least 1 year minimum, but I'm talking about 2, 3, 4, 5 years of inbred infestation with no exterminators ever coming to fix that problem. But here's the thing about jails, right? They receive their money. They'll put their money towards the things that they feel like is more important than as simple as keeping a jail cell clean. They'll feel like, hey, it's your jail cell. You keep your own jail cell clean. But here's the thing, right? We have things called infestations. And infestations get bad, and it really won't matter how clean you keep your cell, because inside the walls, there are things going on. The next cell over, there are things going on. If that man had that bad infestation in his cell, his one cell, then imagine the cell to the left of him, the cell to the right of him. We're talking about millions and millions of bed bugs. You know, I remember being a bed bug exterminator, seeing infestation levels so bad where you'll walk into the house and you'll look in the corners of the walls and you'll see huge black nests of bed bugs doing whatever they want to do, crawling wherever they want to crawl, and they will be everywhere. I'm talking about you'll look in the outlets in these walls, bed bugs everywhere. I remember being a supervisor and talking to the clients, and while you're talking to them, you'll see bed bugs crawling in their hair and their face, and they've had the infestation for so long, you know, they don't even notice it, but you notice it. And imagine, you know, unfortunately, the woman who was supposed to resuscitate him or try to save his life. Women are not equipped to deal with these kinds of things. So, of course, naturally, she's too freaked out to even touch the man, you know? Like something has to happen. I don't even know if it's necessary for bed bugs to literally eat a man alive. You know, it would take a considerable amount of bed bugs to suck enough blood out of a man to where the man passes away. But there is a thing where, you know, it could be allergic reactions to bed bug bites. You know, it could be germs that come from bed bugs, you know, that mix in with the wounds from the bed bug bites and creates that type of thing. And if that's the thing that happened, then that man's family deserves to be compensated by the state of Atlanta for that happening, you know, because that's a bad way to go, especially when you're being pushed to the side and overlooked. Imagine how many times the man might have complained about his discomfort, and imagine how many times the officers looked at him like less than a human, and they told him to shut up. Don't do this on their shift. Save that for the next day, you know? That's just a bad way to go, man. It's a terrible way to go. But y'all let me know what y'all think of this. Y'all know any similar situations that occur with bed bugs? Y'all have any experiences with bed bugs? Ever been to someone's house and they had bed bug infestation? You know, once you get so many bed bugs, they're pretty much there to stay. Like, share, come, subscribe, peace.